Hello, and welcome to Creative Practice with Greg Zabel. Happy Black Friday! Today I know a lot of people are shopping and taking advantage of deals, but more importantly, I'll be seeing Yngwie Malmsteen for the first time. Yngwie is a player I've admired for a long time, since my very second issue of Guitar World magazine. And while I've learned a few lines from him over the years, I've never gotten close to his speed or his relaxed right hand. He has the most effortless right hand I've ever seen. In an effort to get close to his technical approach and his relaxed right hand, I've composed a phrase that fits over the last 5 measures of a blues in B-flat. I know the idea of Yngwie Malmsteen soloing in a jazz context over a B-flat blues is a little silly, but he does use blues vocabulary from time to time, so it's not completely out of the question. Plus, it's a fun challenge for me to conquer, so this will be the last 5 bars of the blues. Starting on bar 8, this is D minor 7 flat 5 going to G7. I stole a phrase from Yngwie's Trilogy Suite where he descends a Phrygian dominant scale. Yngwie gets a lot of use out of the Phrygian dominant scale, and in this context we'll be using the G Phrygian dominant scale. You can think of this as the 5th note of the C harmonic minor scale as well. So it'll go like this. The YouTuber Troy Grady has a great channel where he talks about the style of a whole bunch of guitar players, and he has a series called Cracking the Code, which really opened my eyes to some of the techniques that Yngwie uses. For instance, when he's descending a scale, a lot of times he'll have a downstroke play the first note of the new string that he's on. So that's what I've chosen to do in this context. We have down on the D string, and then down on the A string. All of that is as it comes, alternating, down, up, down, up, down, up. And then going on to the E string, here I break that pattern. I want a downstroke to start on the top of bar 9. So I'm going to do an upstroke on this A flat note, and then downstroke on G. For bars 9 and 10, I'm thinking about triad pairs. But instead of arpeggiating each triad, I put them together in a 6-note hexatonic scale with 3 notes per string, because Yngwie likes to use a lot of 3-note per string patterns. On bar 9, I paired F major with E flat major because I know those 2 triads will fit over a C minor 7 sound. And on bar 10, I paired B with A because I wanted an altered sound over the F7 chord. On beats 3 and 4 of bar 10, I borrowed from the end of Far Beyond the Sun to set up the sextuplet passage that's coming in bars 11 and 12. Finally, on the last 2 bars of the blues, I borrowed Yngwie's trademark arpeggio sequence like you can hear on Lyre and many other songs of his. It'll be 2 notes on the high string with a pull-off, then pick through the B string, and then it'll be a sweep from G back up to E. I have 2 D minor arpeggios to fit over B flat major 7, 2 B fully diminished arpeggios to fit over G7, I have C minor triad, and then C minor 7 for the C minor 7 chord, and then A fully diminished to fit over the F7 chord. All of that to bring it back home to the 3rd of B flat 7 at the top of the blues form. Altogether, it sounds like this. Now, I've never been a shredder, and that's well below Yngwie's tempo, so I'll be working on getting this passage up to shredder speed. Something that's going to help me is the fact that I have a recording of myself playing that passage at 80 beats per minute, and through the Voice Memo app on my iPad, I can adjust the speed so that I can hear myself playing the passage faster. I have the option to play the recording back at 4 different increments faster than I recorded it. I believe the first increment is about 105, and then the second is about 130, and that's kind of pushing it. But this is what the recording sounds like at about 105. When I listen to that, it's easier for me to imagine myself playing it at a faster tempo because I can hear myself playing it at that faster tempo. This is something I'll do in the practice room when I'm working a difficult passage up to speed. Maybe I'll record it as slow as I can stand it, maybe around 60 or even 40 BPM, and then I'll take advantage of this feature on the Voice Memo app to slowly increase the tempo, and that way it's a lot more fun than just practicing along to the click, click, click of a metronome. I hope this inspires you to improve some of the passages that you've been working on. Have a great rest of your weekend. Thanks so much for watching, and have fun being creative.